the aim of this is obviously, this is incredible last month. So firstly, just congratulations on that. It's fucking awesome, bro. Yeah. Second is I love the aspiration of this. And the whole setup of this is let's just quickly get a current state of affairs, because all we want to do is work out where you're at right now, where there are levers to pull, and then work out where we're going to pull the levers, what the 50K a month business looks like. And then just, as we both like to do it, mathematically set out the plan, and then you know the inputs, you come away with the things you need to do, and this is the only output that's going to happen.
Let's do it. Let's make the game plan then.
Let's do it.
Super excited.
Cool. So just to get a state of affairs right now, we'll go through just very simply like what your offer is, how you generate traffic, and then also how you convert people into paying you. So take me through that, buddy.
Cool. So the offer is I help ambitious founders and wealth creators build, scale, and monetize their personal brands that inspire movements. That's the headline.
Awesome.
It's a 3-month program.
Yeah, great.
And we go from everything to like setting up the foundation, which is understanding the founder, understanding what the brand formula is, and like essentially creating the brand formula, building them out the team, giving them all the tools and resources and databases and tracking systems needed to make sure we're actually doing the entire process of production, as well as then once we post it, everything from tracking the KPIs, the metrics, to make sure there's good feedback loops there. And then we build and scale their personal brand from there. So once the foundation is set up, we get onto a style, get an editor, start posting, track the feedback, and then scale their personal brand from there.
Nice. So there's a great done for you and then done with you as well. Like it's a kind of hybrid model between the two, right?
Precisely. So it's done with you, but it feels very done for you because there's so many elements of this this model that trump a done for you service-based offer. So I can literally just be like, what I'm going to give you, and you get access to me. No other agency can do that for you.
So good. This is the unique part of it. It's so like when you were talking the mastermind the other day, I was thinking like it's such a clever way because it is, as you say, it's exactly done with you. But there's so many good aspects which make it more valuable, and also more importantly, increase the likelihood of success. So increase the likelihood of that. So that's awesome, mate. How many clients and then price?
14 clients at the moment.
Nice.
And $3,000 for 3 months.
Awesome, buddy. Okay, that's really cool. Okay, sweet. So that's offer. And then let's talk about traffic.
So traffic predominantly comes from my personal brand, which is at 137K followers right now. But most of my leads come in like directly through my story sequences. So Instagram, Instagram is the main traffic source, and they've been nurtured through like a long form YouTube video. But no direct bookings, like few direct bookings from the YouTube video itself, but they were not super qualified.
Same as me. Still, even though my YouTube is pumping, I've only closed like 3 out of 50 clients from YouTube.
But you're very sure the people that actually got into your DMs went to your YouTube, because I was.
Yeah, always, 100%. So the one thing I would say on that, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a nice little to-do list here, just so we can keep it super actionable. The first thing that I'd love you to do is, do you have a kind of like onboarding form or any way of tracking at the start to know where they've come from?
I just implemented it after you told me. So
there we go.
We're doing it now. We're doing
just
it.
repeating advice, mate. Perfect. Okay, cool. Because what I want for you, and then the other thing that I want to do is put in the UTMs. Because the thing, I want you to know the exact videos that people come from. Like I was talking about in the mastermind, I have all these videos that I know people watch, but I know there's one video that everyone watches and buys. So that's the first thing with that form. And the second thing is, let's put some UTMs into your YouTube to make sure we know which, if people do book in, which ones they're coming from. That's just a good one for the future, especially I'm sure one of our things here is going to be long form YouTube, pumping it.
100%.
Cool. Okay, so what stories do people come through?
So there's, as I said, 4 main types of story sequences that I do: curiosity driven, results driven, credibility driven, and CTA driven. CTA can be married with either of the 3 stories. Now, I feel like the most qualified clients came through two story sequences. One was, and there's a value-driven story sequence. So there was a value-driven story sequence where I talked about how to monetize a personal brand, which got the best quality leads because I was directly speaking to founders that are doing 6 to 7 figures in ARR, but they have no face online. And that's what got them, like this like fintech startup founders literally reaching out to me. The second one was credibility-driven, where I posted like screen recordings of my clients raving about me, which got other people to be like, fuck, like I need to be a part of this. So those were the two main story sequences that got the best quality leads for me.
Awesome. Okay.
I'd say value and credibility.
Okay, yes. Yeah. Nice. Cool. All right, we'll talk about that in 1 second in terms of that. Okay, credibility. Okay, awesome. So that's how those 14 have come through. Yeah. Have they come through? Do they CTA book a call in straight away? Do they get set after time? How have you actually got them onto the calls?
Yeah, so they give me a keyword in the DMs. Nice. There's like a basic automation that gets triggered, which sort of filters out any time wasters. And then the minute they describe what their venture is all about is when my setter jumps in and starts chatting with them. Now, it's a very good lead. My setter's just going to be like, okay, listen to me, like it's a very good lead, jump on. I send them a voice note and that basically gets them to book the call. Perfect. And then discovery, pre-sale asset, and then closing call.
Perfect. Love that. Okay, cool. So that's like the 2 call sales flow, pre-sale, all that sort of thing. Lovely stuff. Great. Okay, awesome. So this is state of affairs. So we've got 19.7K cash collected last month, personal branding offer, 3 months, done for you, get you more views. Yeah. And we're working with exclusively businesses right now, founder-led businesses who see that if they get more views, they will be getting more revenue, basically. Exactly. Perfect. Yeah. Cool. Traffic is through Instagram. You know they've watched some of your YouTube videos to do that, but you convert using the stories. I guess that's almost like down here. Convert using the stories, and then you sell on the 2 call. Okay, very, very cool. And I guess the other thing is like a newly appointed setter, right?
Yes, so I had my head of operations do my setting before. I just like hired a setter like a week back. He's not been the best, but I'm gonna have a call with him today and either keep him or fire him and get another setter. So that's where I'm at.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay, cool. Because this part is if I was to show you the stats of conversion, out of 55 clients, 40% of them have come through setting. Okay. So it is like the whole profile we're running, the whole profile you'll be running for your clients is setter driven. If your DMs aren't getting, like if they aren't the best place in your CRM, you're going to be struggling basically. Okay. So this is like the highest leverage thing you can do.
Get a setter.
Is to get a setter and to get a killer setter. Because if you don't, you're leaving 20,000 on the table.
Because that's what happened last week. Like my setter jumped on calls and like killed 3 really good leads by messing up with a lot of things. I was like, dude, this is not done.
Yeah, very interesting. So yeah, we'll definitely get into that. But I like my setter. You can pay people 5% and just give them like a bit of money there. Yeah. But actually, I'm paying more for a premium setter because there's a difference between a DM setter and a DM setter that also takes the qualification calls. Yes. So for me, like this call, the first call here, it's different to getting some like 17-year-old who knows how to text people on Instagram, right? So that's, we'll definitely get into that as well. So like, we'll just talk about setter actionables. Okay, cool. So the first thing, I almost want to take this, I want to reverse engineer or go through this and basically say, okay, what are we doing well? What do we need to work on? What can we add in? So through the offer, the traffic, the conversion, and I guess we've got like the sales process as well. We can basically work out okay, what are we doing well? What do we need to keep doing? And then what do we want to add in? Yeah. And then we're just going to build your whole funnel on this side to get to this.
Perfect.
Sound good? Yeah, okay, cool. First thing that I want to talk about is this, because we've mentioned this together, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
I think that price needs to go up ASAP because the close rate is at 50%.
Crazy. Okay, cool. And 50% is obviously it's good because you've got a personal brand and people have built up over time, but the idea is that it's too expensive, right? We can, in terms of maths, we can reduce that and increase the price and we still make more money. So the first thing is let's just work out what price we need to have to hit 50K.
Sure.
So you were mentioning 4.5K, weren't you, to me? Where did you get that figure from?
Just a general bomb that I had in my mind. There's no rationale behind it.
That's how pricing works, mate. So I completely agree with that. Yeah. I think 4.5, the reason I like 4.5 is it's a good raise, but I also believe that, like, talk to me about, I have this almost like this framework of thinking about it. Sure. Talk to me about your favorite, or like, you don't have to be individual about them, but like, talk to me about your dream 3 clients. What do they do? Yeah. What do they do? The ones that have got the best results, they're easiest to fulfill for. They don't have to be your favorite human beings, but like, what are your dream? If I could magic you them again, what would they look like? What do they do? What have they employed you for?
Sure. So they have a successful business.
Yeah. Be precise about the exact people. Like, you've got 14 right now. Yeah. Talk to me about the 3 ones that are easiest to fulfill and are getting the best results.
Sure. They have a successful business that's making a good amount of money.
Roughly how much money?
$10 to $20K a month. Yeah.
Cool. Nice. And are they online business, or are they like normal businesses?
Yeah, 2 of them are online, 1 is offline. If I would, like, I'm literally thinking about the 3 clients.
I love that. This is good. Nice. Okay. And why do they want to improve their personal brand?
To build credibility, get more business, and third is just from a fulfillment place, like perspective, because I feel like it's like Thanos had like 5 stones. They've solved for every single thing, which is like relationships, health, business, dating. The only thing that they don't have is social equity, as well as like everything else. Like, it's just the FOMO that they feel right now. They're not known by people. Yeah.
Okay. So this is so funny. So there is money, but there's also a bit of a status thing that they want, right? Yeah. I love that. Okay. So they want credibility and they want status. Okay. And and how do they come through? Do you remember?
Yes, one person came in through my DMs, but he'd already met me once in person. One person, before I even launched the offer, he's like, dude, I know you're going to launch an offer, and count me in. Nice. That was the second person. And the third person came in through my DMs as well.
Okay, cool. Love that. So a bit of a mix in terms of trust, but like high trust, basically. 100%. High trust, which is good. That's really nice. And then what did they piff? Or did they split?
2 piffed, 1 split.
Cool. Okay, very nice. Any difference between online and offline? Was it the 2 online that split?
No, 1 online piffed, 1 online split, and the offline 1 piffed.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to just find patterns here, which is what we want to use to basically build this offer. Sure. What were the biggest things and they came to you, they were like, I want credibility, I want status, and was it like, I am investing in this because it is going to make me more money with my views, or was it more to do with this part?
It was more to do with that, because in their exact words, I'm looking at it as a long-term game. I want to do this for the next 5 to 10 years, and I want to do it right and set the foundations well. So I want you to do it for me and make sure that I build the best brand possible. And then from there, they just like literally gave me the keys for like Ferrari, if I were to say, and they're like, yeah, go and drive. I'll just make sure that, everything's aligned with what I want to do.
Okay. This is awesome, because this means we can tweak this a little bit to make you a lot more money. And basically the idea of this is, don't get me wrong, there are different ways of going about personal branding stuff, right? Sure. But the part of the niche that you are clearly in is obviously views equal revenue, but some people like come to me and they say, I want to make money in 5 days time, get me more views so I can make money in 5 days time. The great thing about this, and why I love this exercise, is because what it shows to me is that people see you as as this part. So we talk about dream scenario, right? Originally you're telling me here like, okay, you want to get them more views to build their business. But actually, it seems like people want this more. And we need to just make sure your offer brings out that part more. So in a way, it's almost like you are personal branding, but it's like PR as well. It's like it's exploding people and playing into this, as you said with the 5 idols, right? It's like, this is what the people want. And yes, they'll get money, but actually the real thing that they want is to get DMs from their dream clients. You even said it in your mastermind,
DMs from their dream clients, and like, I think one big aspect of like these clients that I worked with was purely like, I want to connect with the people that are way ahead of me, and the sort of people that you're with. Like I literally was in a sales call day before yesterday, and I was like, okay, I'm doing a mastermind in Bali, this, that, he's like, yeah, obviously you're Moksh Vasant, right? Like you get to do this shit, right? Like this is what I want from my personal brand.
Incredible, bro. So the best thing about this is like, I'm always thinking, and I was even thinking about the bike this morning, like what do my clients want? What is it that they want? Because for me, my clients, like yourself, you want businesses that bring you in revenue, that mean you can do things, freedom, you can come to Bali, you can book that. That's exactly what you want, right? What we're talking about off camera. 100%. For you are, if we talk about these 3 dream clients, is you are exploding them on their personal brands so that they have the ability to network and have a high status and feel like people know who they are. They're playing into that sort of issue, right?
Yes, for sure.
The best thing about that is that price can be like, that is worth so much more money, because the thing about like me charging X amount to make someone X amount is it's very tangible, which means that I have a limit to how much I can charge people because of the outcome being X amount, right? If I started charging 100K and I hadn't made someone 100K a month yet, it's gonna be like, oh, is that fair? Whereas for you, status is intangible. So status is only you bring in the leads and you determine how much that is worth to people. So in terms of 2 things, I think are your like 2 to-dos, is go hard on status and basically like authority building, and go hard on this part. This like, and I know this is a minor tweak, because I know you talk about it a lot already, but you need to go deeper into these parts and less deep into like revenue building activities. For sure. The second thing is your price undoubtedly needs to be 5K plus. Okay. For sure.
100%. And should I bump the duration of the program to 4 months? Or
can you get results in 3 months?
I think 4 would be good. Like by the end of the 3 months, you're already seeing results, but for that to like for it to have that butterfly effect, I think 4 is nice.
Yeah, because the thing is, bro, like the problem. Every time you add a month on, it sounds like it's more valuable, but at the same time, what you're doing is if you reverse engineer this, if you need 10 clients every month, say you've got a 4-month program, that means to do consistent 50K months, you need to have 40 active clients every one time, right? 10 clients every month coming in, piffing, by the way, that's piffing. So let's call it even 12. That means to have a 4-month program, you have 48 clients. Whereas if it's a 3-month program, then you only have 36 clients.
For sure.
So that's like, could you have 48 active clients?
No, I don't think so.
So that's one way to think about it, but the other way to think about it is like after 3 months, that's just to show you that 1 month difference. It means you have to bring on an extra 12 clients. You have to deal with 12 clients extra.
If I were to like give you a perspective on that, is that fine? So if there's like 4 clients that are about to churn a certain month, and out of those 4 clients I retain 2 to 3, and I upsell them onto like a longer offer that, hey, actually, stick with me for 6 more months. Sure. I charge you a higher ticket, obviously, but you get to stick with me, and we make the craziest fucking testimonial.
Yeah. Great. It's a great way to increase the LTV to basically bring in more money per month. Again, we need to work out what the upsell looks like, because the only thing that we've done here is we've gone slightly away from the online business B2B niche. So that's the only thing here is like, if we're talking about building status and authority, then it's like you're getting them in the rooms with people, but do your dream clients, would they also be interested in that upsell that we were speaking about, the B2B upsell?
Yes, for sure, 100%. Like these people are, for example, like they see the value in the world of info. They see the value in the world of like building a community, and they are open to doing it. It's just like, first, let's build up the brand.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So this is great, right? Because this means that what we do is we have offer 1. This is our flagship offer, and this is like, what do you call it? It's like views or...
Yeah, Meteoric Boost Protocol.
Nice. Boost. We'll just call this Boost, but yeah, that's a nice name. And then this one was going to be like conversion, right? Yes. Which is, have you got a name for it or anything like that?
The butterfly garden, butterfly effect. Yeah, butterfly effect.
Butterfly. That's not how you spell butterfly. How the hell do you spell butterfly? Is it 2 T's or 1 T?
Yeah, it's 2 T's.
There you go. This is the guy who comes from not an English country, can tell me how to spell, hey. So the only reason why I put this up here, because this is great, because this again means that we can get to this quicker. Sure. But how many clients are up for renewal now?
2 this month.
2. Okay, and you think that they'll upsell to this butterfly?
They've already, before me even mentioning an upsell, they're like, what's the deal?
There we go. That's what I love. Okay, cool. So what I would say is, in terms of the offer, you've got option 1, which is upsell, and then you've got option 2, which is cross-sell.
Sure.
Cross-sell. Because what you want to have is to make sure you don't get to a point where someone goes, okay, I haven't got to the point where I want conversion, but I still want to do this part, right? Yeah. So you want to be able to cross-sell someone. So for this one, for the upsell, let's talk about the cross-sell first. So happy with this new price?
Yeah, happy with this new price.
Cool. Sure. So the cross-sell, if this is still 3 months, and do you believe in 3 months you can get results for people?
For the boost? Yes.
Okay, cool. Because it's just dangerous increasing that month, because it means if you believe, like I just reduced mine from 6 to 4 months now, because I believe I can get results in 4 months. So I'm like, well, why 2 months extra? That's for me to do 100K a month. That's another 20 clients at one time that I have to fulfill for. So 3 months.
And I think just the way to get them results in those 3 months is like increasing the turnaround time, which is just creating resources and making sure that accountability in the first week is fucking insane.
Yeah, amen. So good. Like the 3 months, also it's Parkinson's law, right? People work to the time that they're given. And for you, if you tell them 3 months, if you tell them 6 months, they're gonna go off the first month, whatever, like I'm chilling. Whereas for the 3 months, they're gonna be like, I need to work to make this happen. So cross-sell would just be a monthly retainer. I mean, if it's this 3 months, then it's obviously 1.6K. So I would say you have a cross-sell of just continuation at about a K.
Okay, about a K a month. And do I upsell them as, okay, keep paying me $1,000 a month, or do I just upsell them into like a bigger, like?
Depending what they want.
Yeah.
So what the thing that people want, right, is the thing that they don't want to feel like this is accessible to them.
Yes.
So they don't want to feel like, okay, you do this, and then obviously you just get into this. Like I now have 2 programs. I have my 0 to 20K a month program, and then I have my 20 to 50K a month program. And it's not like you just do 20K a month or you do 10K a month, and I'm like, okay, obviously you're like coming into the butterfly, right? It's like you gotta make it feel like, okay, this is a hard thing to get into, and you've achieved this, right? And that's the kind of way that I want to sell it. So almost the way someone finishes the 3 months, and you can tell if they're at a place where they're ready for this, and you decide whether you offer them access to the butterfly program.
Gotcha.
It's got to be like this. It's your inner circle. It's your protected. It's like, these are the people who are making money. These are the people that are making money. Sure. These are like, you almost want it to feel like, okay, obviously I'm joining the Boost program. Like, can I get into the butterfly program? Remember, you designed this whole program for yourself, right? For sure. So cross-sell, I would say just have a K, but that is only for the people, and let me just write here, new offers, cross up. So you have the K that they can then continue paying on a monthly retainer, just put it on like a payment processor and just have that coming out every month. Yeah. That means they get access.
Or do I charge upfront for like a bigger duration?
Again, not a bad idea, but what I found is that if they're from a cross-sell perspective, you always want to say, okay, yes, if you can resell them, great. But I found that in general, there's quite a lot of friction to that, because if someone's been working for you for 3 months, what tends to happen is their interest tends to fall off. Yeah. What I would do is I'd make them an offer. I make offer docs for every single cross-sell and upsell I have. Gotcha. And I would do, okay, you can do 1K a month, but if you want to pay 3 months, then I'll do it for 2.5K, something like that, right? Gotcha. But just make it up. Like just decide what you want. This is your default, like 1K per month. But then if you want to say, okay, like I believe you need 3 months extra, then just give them a reasonable like monthly or reasonable 3 month sell. Got it. It is better, but my data shows me that this works better. Got it. This is the sexy part though, because this is how we increase the LTV. Yeah. This is going to be expensive. Okay. Because the thing is, it will be in the future, but you obviously want testimonials, because right now you've got view testimonials, but you've not got make money testimonials yet.
Not yet, yes. So I actually have one, I just have to fill them in.
Okay, nice. And what's the transition that they've done?
They did not have a great personal brand, but this guy literally had a branding agency, and off the back of the first few pieces of content, he's already signed like I think 4 clients. Crazy. I just need to put a number to that and then get them on a call.
Awesome. Okay, great. So that's perfect. So this offer, we want to basically take a look at what this is going to look like. But talk me through your thoughts of the butterfly offer.
I think it sounds pretty good.
Very good. And the aim of the butterfly offer is what?
So scale and conversion.
Nice. Awesome. And that is from an audience that they now have into, okay, we've worked on this audience, now we're going to make this profitable.
100%.
Very cool. Okay. So what we want to do, the kind of quote unquote issue that I see is we need to make sure these are split. Yeah. We need to make sure that like the boost is very personal branding focused, and that you obviously can make people money here, but this is where you teach people money making tactics, right? And the thing is like in program. So what you want to do, actually that's meant to be here. What you want to do is in Boost, you're like, okay, I've built a massive social media following. I have got this many views. This is all about getting a better personal brand. If you want to make money, so fair, but all the techniques are in this program. So what you're going to have is you're going to have people being like, Mox, I've got all these views, what do I do now? You can sell them into the butterfly program while they're still part of the Boost program.
Gotcha.
So just upsell them at the right time, right? Like if someone starts making loads of money, all of a sudden I'm like, it's time for scale program. You need to come into a new program now. And that's for you, mate. I would have making sure that you separate these, because otherwise you're gonna have people in the butterfly program who are like, well, I could just stay part of the Boost program. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense for sure. Yeah.
So what is gonna be in this program that is not in this program?
How do we scale the personal brand to those 10K, 20K followers mark? The second would be, how do we actually build the back-end offer? So it's going to be different for different people. Some will have high ticket, some will have a venture, but I know how to like do it. Like for example, if it's high ticket, I can literally optimize their story sequences, optimize their sales funnel, optimize their offer. If it's venture, I can optimize their landing page. I can get them to collect emails. I can do like launch campaigns on emails, stuff like that.
Okay, very cool. So the thing about that is you need to remove these from here.
Got it.
And then you need to be very clear that Boost only focuses on this. And I promise you, this might feel, I'm sure you're going to feel like, people are going to come into the Boost and they're going to want more and I'm not giving them that. But if you become razor sharp on what this is and you become razor sharp on what this is, it then becomes very separated and clear. And if someone says to you, look, like, I want offer conversion as help as well, then you're like, absolutely no worries. Let me invite you to this program. And that's an upsell, right?
Gotcha.
Just like how if you went to the gym and then you were like, I want to use the sauna and the steam room, they're like, great, here's another $20 a month or whatever, right? So the thing is, if you don't separate, this is the biggest issue that I see with upsell offers, is people don't make it clear enough why there's a difference between the two. And having an ascension program where people see this as like, this is your gold tier. This is where everyone sees the testimonials. It's like, I want to be part of Mox. 100%. Okay, cool. So does that make sense in terms of upsell, cross-sell? The only thing I guess we have to discuss is price of upsell, right? Any thoughts? Any thoughts of where?
Upsell would be after the 3 months I sell them into a program. 5K.
Nice. What happens if they've paid 5K for the Boost program?
At the end of the 3 months, I would charge them 5K, or say 4.5K. Does that sound fair?
Got to be higher.
Got to be higher?
Wow, bro! If you're saying this gets you views, this makes you money. You've paid 5K to me, and I've got you views.
Let's turn that into money.
It's like, well, what's the ROI on the views part? High. What's the ROI on the money part? It's like, well, if they've paid 5K to get more views from you, why would they not pay you 8K, 7K, 8K? How quickly can you turn views into money?
To be fair, 4 months.
Cool. Okay. Lovely. So, and again, like the thing about this is neither of us know. This is the same with me. Like, again, biased action, get it done. If you need, always better to do more than less to start with, because you don't want to run out of time. But 4 months, I think, is a good thing. And effectively, bro, like, just look at my offer, right? I'm charging 10K for 4 months, and we get people results in that 4 months. So for you, mate, I would say, 4 months is nice. Let's do 4 months. and then let's say like it's got to be higher than this. This is why the reason that I say 5K is too low is because, bro, some people are going to come to you and they're going to be a better fit for this offer straight away. Yeah. Some people are going to want to upsell, and it removes the premium effect if it's the same price as Boost, right? Yeah. This is the premium. You're going to get a lot of people who can't afford this program, and that's good because you want a prestigious program, a program that people like. Moksh's Butterfly program, that is what we want to be part of. Yeah. So have it high ticket, and I see no reason why it can't be 7.5K. For sure. I mean, how are we going to hit this if we're still charging 5Ks, right? Like we want to have a way to get people to 7.5K. The one thing that I would say is when you're upselling people, you don't you can get paid in full. I know a lot of people in the market do get paid in full, but it's also worth giving them just like a split offer because they're already part of your clientele. Yeah. And it's nice to say to them, look, like, by the way, I don't need to kill your cash flow. Let's just do a little split. Yeah. So have that available to people who are part of your current Boost program. Sure. But yeah, why not 7.5K? Pricing, mate, is with pricing, all you need to do is someone like me to tell you to increase your price. Yeah. You do. You'll piff someone at 7.5K and you'll be like, thank God I did it. I went to a mastermind and someone was like, just add 3K onto your price. Yeah. And I did, and someone piffed and I was like, oh, I wish I'd done that earlier. Yeah. So pricing, that's just what you need. So
once these clients actually finish their 3 months, I tell them, okay, there's a butterfly program now. Yeah. Let's help you on to 7.5K.
Yeah, for sure. And that is like, we've done all this hard work, let's take this. And be flexible with it because they're your clients. Like when it's people that I'm bringing in for the first time, I'm like, I want piff. I want you to feel the pain so that you are like now invested in me. Yeah. When it's clients that are coming in, like I've just put a client on a like 1.6K times 6 months recurring, 10K. But at the end of the day, like I'm like, mate, I trust you. I don't want to. We're already working together. We're making good progress. Yeah. Let's just do that. So. For you, just be flexible with it. Just say it's 7.5K. Say if you can do that, that's great. If you like, actually, let's incentivize the PIF. So let's change this to 6.8K if it's PIF, and then 7.5K payment plan. Lovely. Something like that. And then see if you can pick it. See if you can be like, oh yeah, and it's like 2.5K for 3 months if you want to do like for every 3 months. Oh, sorry, every month for 3 months. Okay. How are you feeling about that?
Feeling pretty good. Yeah.
Good? Yeah. Anything that doesn't make sense in the offer itself?
Yeah, so just one question, right? So obviously you give them an upsell if they're already your client, and you give them a cross-sell if they're so you give them an upsell once the Boost program ends, and you're like, okay, let me hop you on to Butterfly, and that's the upsell. And then cross-sell, let me know if I'm going wrong. Cross-sell is they're already in the Boost program, but they also want to monetize, so you add on a K a month with that Boost program.
Oh, so really good question. Yeah. The upsell, what you want is a defined criteria of when someone goes from here to here. Okay. So for me, it's like 20K a month. Yeah. It's like you are making 20K a month and you want to hit 50. Yeah. I don't want people who want 50K a month to be with people who have never like sold someone before, right? So I want to split these people. Like you can still have them part of the same community, but you want people here who are learning the fundamentals of personal branding, and here who are learning the fundamentals of story sequences and offer. Sure. And you want them to be split apart from each other. So you need a defined criteria that tells you that you are ready to come to the Butterfly program. Yeah. If they hit that criteria, this is what you sell them. Cross-sell. Upsell. So you're like, okay, you've hit that criteria. Yeah. It's time for you to monetize. Yeah. This is my offer. These are the things you're going to get through it. Yeah. If they don't hit that, then it's like, no worries. We need to keep working on traffic because I can promise you that when you've nailed traffic, this is going to be what you need, the offer and the conversion. But you've not nailed traffic yet. Yeah. So it's like, great, I still want to be part of the community. We've made so much progress. You just need to keep working on it. Cross-sell. So, and having that in your mind, I was like, I am so clear that is the threshold that people meet. Yeah. It brings the status of the program because it means you're not upselling everyone. It means you're like, you haven't met the criteria to upsell. Yeah. I'm sorry, I wish I could charge you more money, but I can't. But I can't. Whereas, and that, like, I think, again, we talk about running like ethically sound businesses. Yeah. A lot of people will say they're upselling and they're cross-selling and they'll just upsell everyone, right? Yeah. Whereas like, I only upsell people when I'm like, this is your time to be upselled, right? Yeah. And it's because there's a different stack of things in here. It's like, It's like if I was to help you with this
Yeah.
versus helping you with like, how do I put up my first Instagram story? It's a completely different thing, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Does that make sense?
Just one last question, right? So once they hit the criteria, even if they're like 2 months into the program for Boost, I just be like, okay, time for an upsell to the 6.8K, right? And if they haven't met the criteria, then when do you cross-sell?
At the end. At the end of the 3 months.
Like, okay, let's do K a month.
Yeah. You're like, yeah. And the one thing, a few kind of tactics I've learned through this is make sure you don't do it like a day before they're meant to finish. Say like 3 weeks before, just be, oh, by the way, like we've got 3 weeks together. Just wanted to let you know, I'll be putting together a package to keep you going on this journey. And then just ask them what they want. Yeah. So I did this yesterday. I asked, 2 days ago, I asked one of my clients, I was like, what are you looking for in the next 4 months of growth? Yeah. And then you just put together a growth plan for that. Yeah. And it's all within this K upsell. or K cross sell.
Yeah. So I have 2 clients that are finishing on the 14th of September. So I think now is the right time to sow the seeds for an upsell. And so I just asked them, what do you want from like that was like a 3-month program, right?
Yeah.
What do you want from a 3-month follow-up?
What, this one's 4 months, right?
4
Upsell
months,
4 months.
Yes. Could you just put like a bracket there and just write down like 4? Yeah. Sweet, works. Just be like, what do you want in the next 4 months? How can we work together?
And it sells, bro. Like that, what they then say to you, that is what you pitch them. Yeah. At the end of the day, like you are pitching them this, but they might say, I just really need help with defining like how much I charge someone. And you're like, okay, so the first thing we're gonna do when I upsell you, when you join the Butterfly program is this, just like how you pitch in a sales call. Got it. So that's the benefit of them. And the great thing about this is you can authentically say to them, congratulations on being invited to the Butterfly program. Like congratulations, because you are someone who has met the criteria that meets me saying, okay, you are ready to start monetizing. And then you have genuine authenticity to then say to people, unfortunately, you don't say unfortunately, but you just say, look, like you're still, we need you to stay in the Boost program for now. It's like graduating to another school, right? It's like it's a big thing. And this builds long-term business as opposed to like quick upsells that people then want refunds on and all that sort of thing.
100%. Dude, like this makes me realize like how schools are info products, right?
Don't.
No one throws shade at them.
Yeah. Mate, they're all fucking courses at the end of the day.
And there's no ROI.
It's don't. So my mum's a university teacher. And I was literally saying to my mum, like, I was like, so how can I learn from the university system and learn? Like, no one questions at 18 that they're gonna invest in the UK 35 grand into like a course, basically.
For fucking real, man.
Whereas someone can spend 5K with you and literally like make a 15-20K a month online business.
That's what I was like doing the math, right? I was like investing into you versus freaking investing into my university. What was the ROI on that shit? Maybe like I think better logically because I did economics, but then you invest into like someone who's like 3 steps ahead of you, and I say you're literally catching their slipstream and you're going ahead.
Or a university tutor who has never done the thing and has no idea what I'm talking about.
Let's make a business plan. Like, what do you mean? Let's make a What do you mean? Let's make a business plan. You haven't even built one.
Oh, it's incredible. 100%. It's so true. Everything is info in the university and school world, and we just want to copy the things that work. We got this all on camera. It's all good. We want to copy the things that work. And the things that don't work. So it's another thing that I'll tell you, mate, which I went on like a 2-hour walk with my mum, and she thought we were having a lovely catch up, and I was just picking her brains about university and what I could learn from university. And I started thinking, what is it in university that makes people so addicted to wanting to go? And one of the things that I realized is that I'm sure you have the same, like you go for university, obviously like you have the course and the education. What do you really go for? You go for the connections you build, the experience. Masterminds, client retreats, client dinners. So you want, like you and Alex, right? Good friends already. You're speaking to already, you and Soham, all these people you're connecting with. Like my idea is like, how do I make it so good that actually people don't even join just for me, they join for other things. And the ability for someone to go on a client retreat, the ability for someone to go for a dinner, the ability for us to connect in person is what people will buy. And that's what universities do so well is, I didn't even really think about. I was like, okay, economics is good. I want to go to a good university. And then I was like, yes, but I get to play rugby. I get to meet loads of cool people. And that's what you want to create as your product. Copy the university system that works. And that is the in-person experiences. So I guess the other thing is like with your Butterfly program, how can you get them to connect? How can you get them to meet in person? How can you get them to
retreats? I think so many people have asked me. Like there's one client specifically that's like, let me do the freaking retreat for you, but let's make it happen. And I think retreat is definitely the best way to do it. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome, I love that. Because that was actually the last thing that I was going to say about the offer and the brand is, I think, as I said with the masterminds, you've got such authority in like your own page, but the one thing we need to increase your authority in is in getting other people to where you are right now. 100%. And that is why retreats and masterminds will be so good for you. So obviously the mastermind the other day, perfect. But I've noticed I am now signing clients over like every big name in the industry. They're coming to me instead. And that's only because of my masterminds, because of my masterminds. Like it puts me in a category that a lot of people in the info space can't do. And I think the same with you. I've watched you do a mastermind, right? You're good at it. You need to, a lot of people in our space can't do that. So how can you have as many of those masterminds as possible would be good.
And like do like retreat plus mastermind. So retreat gives you like an opportunity to do like a testimonial with a client. Plus you do the mastermind, you film the mastermind, plus you build that community, plus you market the fact that,
So good. Yeah. Cool. So that's a must do. Yeah, think about the ROI of everything on that trip, right? Crazy. And also the clients pay. So you get paid to go on holiday with your clients, which is the coolest thing as well, right? And then you're giving so much value to them. The ability to spend 7 days with you would be incredible for one of your clients. Like they pay a lot of money for that. So that's very cool.
Like funny stories, just like sidetracking. Anytime the client's in my city, one client actually came to my city and I hosted him for 3 days. Anytime a client flies into my city, I take them out for like a day or two. Like I think that's so essentially what we work for, right? Like what you're doing right now, like it's pretty sick. That's the goal.
That's the end goal, right? Like the end goal is not to be sat behind our laptop saying we're making 20K a month. The end goal is to build in-person connections, right? 100%. Yeah, so good. Okay, I love that. So then thinking about that 50K, we then think about, okay, we need to sign, we've got like multiple ways of doing this. So the first is like 10 times, what was the first program called? Boost, 10 times Boost. So if we just sign 10 people into the Boost program, we make 50K. Yes. The other thing is if you say you've got 2 upsells, then we can do 2 upsells.
A month, for example.
Yeah, per month. And then we can also do 2 upsells per month, and that's 7.5K. Say we cash collect, let's just say on average we cash collect 3K each there. Then let's say like that's 6K. Then I guess the thing about this is if you're talking about how much you cash collect, what do you cash collect on average?
So last month I closed 10 clients and cash collected was 19.7K.
Okay, cool. So that's interesting. Why do you think you got a low cash collected per client then? So that's 1 point.
That's what I was working with Alex on as well, like getting piffs. And I think I need to make it a big part of my marketing that like, listen, like there's literally just 5 spots opening. If you're genuinely going to piff and you're serious about working with me, only then do I take it.
Yes. Okay. And why do you think they didn't piff?
It was more to do with my objection handling first. And second is just like, even if the people have the money, they're just like, it's more easier for me to like pay.
Fine. That's really interesting and then I think what happens is you want to get the sale across the line. So you're just like, okay, just however you can get in. Yeah. So it's a marketing thing, 100%. Yeah. It's a thing about saying, what I would do is one action I would do that's worked really well for me is like refilm the pre-sale asset. Yeah. And within your pre-sale asset, use that marketing line. So it's like, there's a reason people pay in full. People come to me when they're serious. Yeah. It's a mid 4-figure investment, and people are ready to get going with that straight away. If you refilm this pre-sale asset and say that massively changed the amount of piffs I got. And now I like 70-80% of people are piffs for me. Yes. And that's because of this pre-sale asset.
Okay. Pre-sale asset, and would you also say like stories?
Yes. Yeah. The marketing does work as well. Yeah. But I guess this is like an overall thing about like the marketing of it. Yeah. Talk about it a lot. It definitely does work to talk about your pricing as much as possible, so that people are aware. Like I now have people who transfer money before calls, so that they're ready to go. Like as opposed to, you get to a call and someone's like, I just don't have that money available right now. It's in one of my other accounts or something like that. Everyone comes to my calls now and they're like, I have this money sat in my account because I know that I'm going to buy from you today. So like that's what you want. And that's because I talk about my pricing a lot and I also then like pre-frame them in this video.
Okay, gotcha. Perfect. I will make sure I put it in the pre-sale asset and be like, most people piff with me. And then stories as well, just be super authoritative, like fucking my calendar is not your toy. You only book the fucking...
Yeah. So good. You decide, your marketing decides the people that come to you. So at the end of the day, if you decide and tell people that that's your terms, the people who come to you will be the people who want to play on those terms. Which is perfect, right? You don't get people who are like, I want to pay you like $10 a month or something like that. It's nice. So in terms of that, mate, that's all we need to do in terms of the hitting that 50K. So we need to try and sign 12 within this. But what I want to talk about really is the fact that this is a kind of the big last section to cap this all off, which is you have a big audience, right? A big audience. What do you think the composition of that audience is? I was really interested by what you said about the size of it and the authority it gives you. But what does it look like? What do your DMs look like?
Sure. So there's like, so I think people have, if I were to say like the audience split, I'd say like 30% or 20% serious people looking to buy and founders and wealth creators. Cool. And then 80% like bloated, just like all around India, people all around the world, students. The best part about this is, from my marketing, it's been made very clear that like if you're not part of that founders or wealth creators club, you do not reply to my story sequences. So even if there's like a few people that have DM'd me, the first story sequence I got a lot of shit leads. I think now they've just understood that like I can follow this guy for his content. I love what he's doing, but I'm not going to buy from him right now, so I'm not going to even bother like replying.
Interesting. Okay, that's really cool. I like that because I mean I think I really noted what you said at your mastermind when you talked about especially in the Indian market and stuff like that, having that 130,000 followers is a great sign of authority. Which is great, right? The thing about that is that in your ecosystem right now, what the problem, you're fighting a slight uphill battle because although, I mean, how many views does your story get?
So if it's a really good story, 20K views. If it's like a normal story, 18K views.
Cool. So the problem you almost have with that is because in your ecosystem, you have so much like, 80%, 70% of people who are just not going to buy. They are taking up space of people who are going to buy. And Instagram is a bit confused because it's like, do I show this reel to an Indian? Do I show this reel to a business owner in India or a business owner in the US? Like, who do I show it to, right? And the problem with that is we need to create a filter within your filter right now. So what I think is your ecosystem with your Instagram is excellent. I'm always going to create like another funnel here. So then we have another ecosystem in here. And the thing about this ecosystem, and these are your reels, right? This is your Instagram. Call this your Instagram. And you're mainly building trust off this, right? The thing about this is we need to send people to another ecosystem where they can know that this is where they buy from you. This is where this is where they get business personal branding advice. So obviously you've got a YouTube channel and that is where you just post like business stuff, right? Perfect. I think what you need to do is create another specific Instagram where you just post business advice on it.
Not a big fan of that. I feel like the main account is really working right now, really working well right now. Because like the minute it's like an ICP video, I think like the likes, the comments, even the DMs from that are like very qualified.
And you get good interaction on that.
Very good interaction on that. And I also feel like just having that one account like removes a lot of confusion. Story sequence leads are also coming. Number of leads is not an issue right now.
Great.
So I think
mate, I love that. Okay, so this is now just going to exclusively be the YouTube. But what we need to do is we need to increase the frequency that people are getting sent to this YouTube. Because the problem is with this Instagram, I agree with that take on the Instagram. The problem with this Instagram is you are leaving like this on the table by having such a confused page. And that doesn't mean we get rid of it because this is fucking massive, which is good. But this needs to go ham.
Ballistic.
This needs to go ballistic. And then what it also needs to do is instead of sending this to a new Instagram, so instead of this conversion being a new Instagram, what we need to do is get some incredible ways of sending as many people to this as possible.
Yeah.
So, do you ManyChat your posts?
I do, and I can do that. I can just be like, I'll send you a full lesson.
Yeah, perfect. So, what we need to do is we basically need to increase the likelihood and the amount of people that go here.
Yes.
So a few techniques for that is the ManyChat comments. So every single one of your videos that is not Mocksh lifestyle, anyone that is to do with value to building a personal brand, needs to have the ability for someone to comment and send them to a YouTube video. And then stories, and this is something I'm going to come on to a second, is within your stories, you need to have at least 3, maybe 2-3 stories a week, which send people value assets that get people into DMs. Because what we're trying to do now is we've almost got like 2 parts of your Instagram. The first part is like the page, and then the second part is the DMs. And in this part is the DMs almost.
It's like marketing and sales.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And the problem, what I'm just trying to do is right now we've got this ecosystem and we're trying to sell into this ecosystem. We need to pull people out and sell to these people, because if you're selling to these people, a lot of people are going to get confused and you're not going to get to all these people that could be here. So we need to do more of an effort to split these. Does that make sense?
Makes sense, yeah.
Okay, so question is, how do we get more DMs from our ICP?
Yeah, so like this is what I noticed with like when an ICP reel that I made, which was like all about the right like tracking the right data points and metrics to make sure like you like I was like, you see the freaking views, but you don't see the number of like metrics that I track, right? If you want the exact frameworks, just comment the word data and I send it over to you in your DMs. Now that reel was particularly made to not send shit into their DMs. It was like the comment data. I told my intern to be like, yeah, just go into that, find ICP, put them into my CRM, let's shoot them a DM. And that worked really well. So I can just redirect those people to like a YouTube video. I think that's
perfect. The only thing is you then need them to send you a DM or comment, or you need ManyChat to send them a DM, because then it then fills your CRM, right? So you need to make sure that everyone who comments on those videos are then in your in your DMs, and you then get your setter, and then we'll come on to this, so you get your setter to filter for this keyword and just go and sell them, get them onto calls, get every single one of them onto calls. So I like this a lot, but the thing about this is
you can't sell on YouTube.
Well, I mean, I guess you can, right? Like in terms of what I was going to say more, I think for this, bro, is that your YouTube single-handedly right now, the quantity you can get someone to watch your YouTube is the single determinant of how likely you are to get to this.
Got it. Noted. Yeah.
That's the underline of this mastermind.
Got it.
So that's all we need to think about for that. So the quality of these videos plus the ability to link this system to this system. That's the biggest thing of if you want to hit this or not.
Round and round, trust building ecosystem.
For sure, over and over again. And this part here, because this part, people are like, Mocksh is a great guy, all that stuff, but this stuff is how you're gonna split this audience and get these people into your DMs, into this part. Okay, cool. So the to-do actions from this is have the ManyChat at least 2, I guess you post 3 reels a week, don't you?
Two reels almost, yeah. Like 3 reels on a good month, yeah.
Cool. So let's just make 1 reel every week that has the ManyChat, and then like 2 stories a week that have the ability for someone to gain. Honestly, mate, I've started doing 2 a week. I get 55 leads per story that comment on that, and my audience is like a 10th the size of yours. That's 55 people. If 10% of them get on calls and 1 buys, that means that every time I do that, I get 10K.
So you're saying CDAs for 2 stories?
Yeah, of CTAs of 2 stories to go to your YouTube.
Okay, got it.
And they reply, and then they reply to the story saying the keyword. They then get sent the video, and then this guy goes in and starts working his magic. Have you watched the video? What did you think about this? How does it apply to your certain situation? Oh, you're struggling with this. Let's get you on a call. But the biggest thing I see with big creators like yourself is that the lack of splitting of these two audiences. So that will work very nicely. But yeah, mate, the returns on this for me right now have been incredible, and I'm doing no extra work. Like I'm literally just being like, just giving away parts of my course for free, giving away some YouTube videos, and then I'm like, it starts conversations, and that's all you need. And then this guy comes in and does that. Okay.
Perfect.
Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense for sure. Like just separate that audience by like sending them to the YouTube video, and don't just directly send them to a YouTube video. Get them into the freaking DMs and then send them to the YouTube video, and then ask them, oh, how did you like that?
Always. Because if someone clicks on a YouTube video, you have no idea, right? And then they only come out if you CTA them. But at the end of the day, if they come in through asking for it, they're on your lead list now.
Yeah, exactly. Got it. Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, this for you, man, is incredible. If this is, as I say, like if this gets pumping, you hit 50K. If we get as many people to see this, you hit 50K.
Yep, sure, perfect.
And bro, the last thing, and we don't even need to go into that much depth for this because I think we've chatted about it a lot and there's not like a load to go into it, but setter.
Let's do it.
Like the setter, bro, is the biggest
Investment.
Yeah, the conversion of the setter, like training a setter, me getting my like Morgan to a great place. He's now like, we're gonna hit 100K this month because he is so motivated to basically do that, and he knows what he needs to do, which is he just needs to start 1,000. He needs to have 100 demo calls in a month, turn them into 50 strategy calls, and we close 16 of them, and then we know that we're getting 100K.
Nuts, bro. 100K is gonna be mad.
Crazy, bro. But the thing is, it becomes a mathematical equation, and the maths all starts with your setter. Because if you can't say to your setter that you need to book me this many calls, then how can you can create 50K? It's impossible, right? So for your setter, you need to make sure that they're hitting the input goals. I think we've spoken about that, but it's like 50, 50, 50, 50. So what I said at the mastermind the other day, you need to make sure that he is like trackingly and hitting them. And mate, if you think about your conversion funnel, if he's taking this call here, not a single person can buy from you without him taking them. So if he's fucking up leads,
he is right now.
He's literally a dam in your business.
Yeah, this motherfucker lost me 9K. 9K,
Bro, you think about that, right? So your mother, like, again, like what? But like, if he lost you 9K, then if you went and paid someone 9K, imagine if you could get someone who's worth 100K a year salary. Like, we both know what that looks like in terms of the university corporate world, right? So you're effectively saying that you going, I don't know what your hiring process was, but like you making the wrong hire is costing you 100K.
100%. I would agree. Yes, 100K a year.
So that to reverse engineer that, we're then thinking, okay, well, we need to pay someone more.
Yes.
So I went from, Morgan, my setter, he was making 5K a month closing. And I was like, I want you to work with me. I think you've got the good traits and I like working with you. And he was like, I need a base. And I was like, well, if you want the good talent, you have to pay for the good talent. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna have to give you a base. So you have a choice if you can get a kid setter or you can get someone who comes in, but if you're gonna have them taking the demo call, they 100% need to be someone who's more qualified than just a
kid. Yeah, fair enough.
So your choice is whether you train the guy, which is also possible, or whether you just go in and find some high quality stuff. But I would say that you will easily find someone who's good enough quality. And as we spoke about at the mastermind, and as you spoke about the work you've done with Alex, the job of 50K a month is to be ruthless.
Yes, 100%.
It's to be ruthless. And it's like, I've been absolutely ruthless with people that I've hired. I'm the nicest person to work with when you're doing the right things, but I'm a fucking nightmare to work with if you're not
the right person. Yeah, that's literally the conversation me and Alex had last night as well, where he was like, dude, like on sales calls with your setter, be ruthless, because what would that 100K a month do? Like, just be ruthless.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and 9K mistakes, like that's massive, right?
Yeah, I'm literally having a call with the setter today, and I've made it very clear to him, like, it's not going to work out if you're not going to follow the script, you're not going to follow the protocol.
For sure. Yeah, and that's really interesting. I think there's two things with hiring that I've learned is that there's following if you lay out the step-by-step that they don't follow, that is a pretty hard thing to recover from. If they do not understand, that's the different thing. So the way to start that conversation is to say, do you understand the call? Like, do you understand the scripts? Do you understand what you're meant to be doing? And if he says yes, then it's a case of, okay, you understood it, why didn't you do it? Whereas if it's a case of, I don't understand it, then it's a case of, okay, your education needs to be better. I always take the frame that first it's my fault, it's always my fault, I've not explained this well enough. If I then know that they know it and they've not done it, laziness, incompetence, then
remove them. So that was exactly the case. I made a whole ass mirror board. I linked your YouTube video for like your sales funnel. I gave him 4 call recordings from Fathom of my brilliant setting calls. I gave him the script. Right, and then he goes on to the discovery calls, reveals the price, does not book in a follow-up call. He reveals the price like it's $3,000, $6,000. He's like, doesn't book a follow-up call. He says, you're a lead. I'm the director of first impressions. So it was, and I was like, dude, did you not go through the board? He's like, I went through the board. I went through a little bit, but I went by instinct and I tried to sell because that's what I'm good at on the call. I'm like, no, you were supposed to do what I told you to do.
Bro, get rid of him.
Yeah, get rid of
him. Like that, everything you said to me there, like. I hate to say this about another human being, of course, but at the end of the day, he's affecting you from reaching your goals. And everything you've said there to me shows me he's a cowboy and not someone who believes in your vision. He's not someone who's like, he should have jumped on that and gone, I'm so fucking sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. I messed up. I thought that I was going to do it this way. I wanted to do this. If he said that, I'm like, okay, let's get this going. But he said there that he believes that his view is better than yours.
He like this morning he sent me a message being like, you know, it's going to take me a little bit of time to integrate into a system, but like we'll work on it, this, that. But I genuinely, if it's not let's fucking go.
That stuff says that's red flags all over for me. So I think this is one thing I've learned is if you don't have A players, then you're going to get a B outcome.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool. Setter, nail that, and then we're good to go.
Let's do it.
Cool.
Yeah. Bang on, man. This was a brilliant session, dude. Like so value packed. So good. Can't wait to hit that 50K. Yeah. Easy. Yeah. I told you at the beginning I'm gonna be your best testimonial, so
I knew it.
Let's fucking do it. Yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, brother.
Wonderful.